How does semen retention relate to balding? Hair loss for men is a major problem, and a lot of men are starting to experience this at younger and younger ages. Some men are balding in their 20s. Some of the main causes for balding are excess levels of stress and nutritional deficiency. I want to share with you a bit of Chinese medicine perspective on the issue of balding. Balding is caused, according to Chinese medicine, by a deficiency of Jing. Jing is our vital physical essence, it's our core energy. It's related to sexual fluids and to hormone levels. We're born with an abundance of Jing, and then we really decide how we want to spend this Jing, our core energy. This is why when we're children we're so vibrant and juicy. We have this abundance of Jing, but as we age, everything we do is spending Jing. We are eating unhealthy food, using drugs and psychoactive substances, we are not exercising, we're not getting enough sleep, we're overworked and stressed. All of these things deplete your Jing. Another big way to deplete our Jing is over-ejaculating. This is one of the main ways that men lose their Jing. You can do things to get more Jing in your life. Practicing certain forms of Qigong, taking certain herbs and eating certain foods can help. When you're deficient in Jing, when you're deficient in physical essence, the hair starts to thin, it starts to gray and starts to fall out. You start to bald, and biologically, this makes sense because when a man's constantly ejaculating it takes so much resources for the body to be creating sperm. Sperm is this powerhouse of nutrients, of minerals, and the body puts the best that it has into the sperm. You're losing Jing, you're losing energy, you're losing nutrients. You're losing energy on so many levels from ejaculating, and as you do this over and over you know the body can't keep up with this production of semen and it has to pull resources from everything. It pulls resources from the organs, from the spinal fluid. It's putting this on creating more sperm and pulling on its resources, so it can no longer afford to put its resources into creating new hair, so it stops. Your hair starts to gray, starts to fall out. All this is related to Jing deficiency and excessive ejaculation. When you start practicing semen retention you stop this drain of your Jing. I've had men tell me that they were balding or their hair was starting to thin, and they started practicing semen retention, they stopped ejaculating constantly, and their hair started to regrow. It got thicker, it got healthier, they re-established their normal hairline. If you're worried about balding or if you are experiencing balding, I think that conserving your semen is one of the greatest investments that you can make for your health, vitality, and your longevity. When you look at hair, one of the functions it has is to attract the opposite sex. It's a sign of fertility, of sexual vitality, that you have a healthy functioning reproductive system. You have an overabundance of this energy and you can grow this luscious, colorful, full head of hair. Consciously, we see someone and they have healthy hair, we interpret them as being attractive because their body is telling us that they're fertile, that they have this sexual vitality, and you can't have that if you are throwing all of your vitality away and draining all of your Jing. By practicing semen retention, the body's no longer working overtime to create all this new semen, so we release this energy into other things, and you have much more energy, much more vitality in your body, and you'll have a much healthier head of hair.